Hi everyone, my name's Tian, and I'm right now a master's student at Cornell Tech, and I'm interning as a software engineer at A-Note. And thanks for coming to our launch series. Today I'll be discussing the importance of model versioning, focusing on the performance across annotations and data changes. Next slide, please. Okay, so what is model versioning? Model versioning here refers to the process of managing and tracking the evolution of machine learning models that they adapt to new categories, receive additional training data, and incorporate new annotations. And in many cases, users apply LLMs to their specific context of use, where they might be constantly having new data or categories over time. And in order to keep their models up to date and performing well, or say performing better, normally people would try to input everything updated and train a brand new model. However, this was quite difficult for users to manage their past versions of models because everything is like already updated, especially when the new model actually behaves a bit worse than one of their past models. Then it's kind of hard to retrieve one of their previous versions that performance better. So this is actually why we focus on the concept of model versioning and introduce this to our project. And our primary goal, sorry, the last slides. And our primary goal was to measure the progress of large language modeling over time and across varying numbers of annotations. And this helps in selecting the best model versions tailored to our specific data needs. Next slide, please. And to better understand the performance across annotations, let's here take a look at this table. It shows how different models such as GPT-4, Llama 3 perform across varying numbers of annotations. The first row is one initial model, and the second, third are the model versions that we add more categories. And similarly, the last two rows, we actually keep adding training data into it. And we can easily observe that the number of annotations increase from 100 to 500, where we observe improvements in the performance across almost all models. For example, GPT-4 starts at a 70% accuracy with 100 annotations and reaches 84% with 500 annotations. And from this table, we can see that different versions of models behave like differently. And when we, for example, would love to retrieve the second version of the model, then at this situation, model versioning could help us a lot to do that. And next slide, please. So in terms of some of the key considerations, model versioning is definitely very crucial when new categories are introduced or even removed to assess their impact on the performance. Even if the performance is not always improving, we still want to keep the previous versions in case we want to retrieve one of their past versions. And similarly, when users regularly update model with new training data set, it's quite vital for capturing improvement and maintaining accuracy for their models. And we definitely want to track the evolution of models over time and even with different annotation volumes, because it helps users to identify the most optimal versions for data and therefore being able to choose the most effective model for your specific use cases, ensuring that this aligns with the latest data and the latest requirements. And in general, model versioning is one of the most crucial aspects that helps to develop more robust and adaptive machine learning models. And being able to regularly measure and select the best model through all past versions, users could help further obtain the optimal results in their applications. And here we're gonna have a product demo that help you go through the model versioning concept in our product. Okay, so here we start with inputting some of our training data into our model. We upload the data here, and then as you can see in this data set, we have like three main categories: positive, negative, and neutral for the model to predict. And for our first version of model, we annotate 5 text input. And then we train the model here. This is our first version with 5 annotations. And then we keep adding the number of the annotations to 10, and then get our second model, which is train again. And this will be saved as the second model in our product. And finally, we have a third version of model where we have 15 annotations in total. And we train it and save it as another model. And here we go to the prediction part based on our previous models. We upload the testing data here. And we select this text as the input data column. And here we can see the previous 3 versions of models we trained. Our product saves them independently so that we can choose them together. And then now by clicking the prediction button, we can actually see different predictions based on different models, and which come from different numbers of annotations. And that's basically how our product works with the concept of model versioning.